Welcome back to season 31 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. I'm your host, Gino Host. Well, time now for the CJHL Report. The Canadian Junior Hockey League brings together 115 teams in the 9 Junior A leagues involving over 2,500 players from right across the country. Now join us is Kyle McAllister, the head coach and general manager of the Maritime Junior Hockey League's Fredericton Red Wings. Kyle, welcome to the show. Good to be back playing games after 58 days away because of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for having me. No, it's exciting to be back. We were, we had a long break there, and we were back after Christmas and then shut down again. So it's been a long stretch, and the guys have been looking forward to getting back, and it's been good. A couple of weeks so far.
What was it like during the break? Were you able to stay in contact with them? Were they able to skate individually or in small groups? What were they able to do over the last couple of months?
So for us, we weren't able to do a whole lot. We had a 2-week complete shutdown where the rinks were pretty much closed after we had come back. So the guys came back after Christmas, and right after Christmas, we got shut down. So we sent them back. So some guys went home for a little bit of extended break and then came back again. And then we ended up with a 2-week complete shutdown. So we did what we could. I know the guys were getting their fitness in and trying to keep their legs, but it was certainly a challenge because guys went, we send guys home and back to so they could have some time, time they didn't have to be completely locked down here because some of the guys are from Quebec and other provinces. So it was certainly a challenge, but we did, I think, a pretty good job of staying in shape and guys getting back. But it was certainly a long challenge for sure.
When you go from zero back to full speed on this short period of time, you run the risk of injuries. How do you kind of ease back into things at the same time without jeopardizing important wins that you need right now?
Yeah, there's that. You're trying to find that balance of, especially with the timing of it this time with us not getting back after Christmas and then the period of time before the trade deadline. So you end up with some new guys in the lineup, and then, it took all that time for those guys to get in here and after the trade deadline. So usually you have that time, but, so for us, we have a great team here of guys that take care of all the fitness side of things, and they were openly communicating with the guys over. And then when the guys do come back, they're not going to be in fully game shape. So you got to try to ease your way in, and at the same time of trying to get everybody back on the same page with their new guys. And it's certainly been a challenge. And you're trying to make sure, like you said, of guys not overdoing it so that they stay healthy because, we're trying to jam a fair amount of games in here in a short period of time. So, we want to stay healthy for the long run here and hopefully, make a good push in the playoffs.
If you want to be the eternal optimist, the glass half full type guy, you could say, hey, listen, we had a great rest, a great time off to heal all of our injuries and stuff. And now we're 100% ready to go at the most important time of the year as you make your stretch into the playoffs, and then you'll be fresh and ready to go for the playoffs. Can you look at it that way as a head coach and general manager?
I think so. I think the message has to be, the funnest time of the year is playoff time. And, what's fun about playoffs is obviously the schedule changes, and, you have to earn the bumps and bruises and be going at full capacity night in, night out. And, with guys coming back and us having a lot of games in a short period of time, you're almost in that sort of playoff schedule mode at the start, with trying to fit the games in schedule. We have some games to reschedule, and you kind of jam everything in. So I think it's, that message becomes, let's do it as careful as we can, but have some fun doing it and find the positives of trying to enjoy that at the same time of being ready to go and then still having a good plan in place for come playoff time where we're healthy and guys are in the situation they need to be in terms of health.
We're in conversation with Kyle McAllister, the head coach and general manager of the Maritime Junior Hockey League's Fredericton Red Wings. Before the shutdown, you guys were third in the Maritime Hockey League. Tell me about your club this year. Tell me about what the upside potential from your perspective is of what you guys could do.
We got a really good team here. The league, our division especially is very strong, and especially with Summerside and Campbellton and they're Edmundston and all the teams in the division can win on any given night. And it's one of those ones where we're real confident with what we have. We have a good group of older guys, and we've got some fantastic young kids. young guys on our blue line and up front that are doing a heck of a job. And so, we made some moves at the deadline that put us in a situation. We had to move some really good guys and some good hockey players, but we felt that we made some decisions that made us better for a good push here. And they also, brought in some guys that are also going to be back that'll help us be a better team next year. So I think anytime you can make those sort of changes at the deadline where you're better, where you feel like you're a little bit more deep now, and plus get better at the end for next year, while still believing that you got a chance to win a championship, I think, is a good fit. So, our older group of guys, we have some guys that came back from major junior. We've got a good core here of guys that are bringing a lot to the table. And it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys compete, because there's some good teams in our division, and everybody's kind of going through the same challenges. And there's, 3 or 4 teams out there that think they got a chance to go at it and have made decisions and moves to do that. So we're really looking forward to the next couple of months here, and the guys are excited about going out there and competing. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a fun run if we can keep the train on the tracks with the whole schedule anyway.
You've seen some great runs in your own personal hockey career. You spent 5 years playing in the Ontario Hockey League. Then you went to St. Thomas University, eventually played some hockey in the ECHL. How much did that experience help you now to translate not only a skill set to the kids that you're coaching, but a mindset as well?
Yeah, I think the fact that I followed a similar path that a lot of these guys are going to follow. There's, with the guys coming, whether it be major junior or junior A, the end game, I think, is, and I've always said to the guys, is let's figure out a way to get you that 4 more years of hockey, right? So when we go into junior, you want to try and get somewhere for us, if, whether it be school in the United States or school in Canada. And then, I try to get guys to carry that mindset with them when they do get that opportunity to go to school. Is once you get to school, the goal would be to develop yourself there so that you can get yourself an opportunity to maybe get a few years of pro out of it and see what you can do. And so for me, I think, I can relate to the guys pretty well, as a players type coach, because these guys are following, pretty much the same path I did of trying to get to where their, path is going to take them. It's not, NHL handed ready and guys are trying to be automatic pros. They're all trying to get there. And so I feel I can give them good feedback and good direction, and get their, try and get them to understand what the preparation would be like, and how to eventually put yourself in a situation to get ready to take that next step, whether it be university and then hopefully for some of these guys eventually pro.
Well, these guys are lucky to have you and all your expertise in the background. Congratulations on all you've accomplished. The guy sounds like you got a good club there in Fredericton. Good luck, and we'll talk again down the road.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
That was Kyle McAllister, the head coach and general manager of the Maritime Junior Hockey League's Fredericton Red Wings. And that wraps up this week's CJHL Report. The Canadian Junior Hockey League, your future is here. Still inside 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine, he helped our nation win gold at the 2009 World Junior, and now he's the captain of the Dallas Stars. We'll check in with Jamie Benn in this week's edition of Where Are They Now? You're listening to Canada's only nationally syndicated junior hockey radio show. This is season 31 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. And don't forget, you can listen and subscribe to the complete podcast by checking out any of your favorite podcast platforms.